welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you this granny square rectangle shape pants, and it's going to be very simple. Keep it very simple. I'm going to be using acrylic yarn, size 4 in white, and in this quartz. This is all I have left. I don't have the actual thing. I might try to find it if I didn't throw it away and show you guys. Okay, so I'm going to keep it very simple. I'll move this to the side. I'm going to start off with white. You want to start off with a slip knot. I'm using size H hook. All right. So you want to make a chain in multiples of 3. Whatever that chain length may be, you just want it to be divisible by 3. All right, so for my length, I chose 21 chains. Okay, so from here, I'm going to add one more chain. So it's multiples of 3, but I'm just going to add 1. And then I'm going to go into the 4th chain from the hook with a double crochet. And that extra chain just counted to make this a chain 3 instead of a chain 2. I'm going to go in with one more double crochet, and this is the start of a corner in our rectangle. Chain 2. Make another cluster of double crochets, 3. I'm just refer to it as clusters. And chain 1. So we're going to have a chain 3 to start, 2 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 1, and you're going to skip 2 chains. And so into that 3rd chain, you're going to put another cluster of double crochets. So we'll go 1, 2, and into the 3rd. Chain 1, and you're going to repeat that all the way down. So skip 2 chains into the 3rd chain, put a cluster of double crochets, chain 1. I said chain 1 and did a chain 1. So this is just the start of a granny square pattern. And I'm just going under 1 loop. It's not going to really matter, and you'll see why. Chain 1 into the 3rd. Chain 1. So now we're to our last 3 double crochets. And so you're going to want to skip the 2. There's 1, there's 2, and into the 3rd. You want to put your last cluster, or place a cluster of double crochets. Now here's going to be another, the other side of our corners. So you want to chain 2 in the same stitch, place 3 double crochets again. Every corner is separated by a chain 2. And we're going to do this one more time. So we're going to chain 2 and place our last set of double crochets inside the same space. Okay, so chain 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And at this last one, we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to go along the side and continue to do 3 double crochets into each space here. 3 double crochets into each space, so on the opposite side. chain one into the next. And this is why I said it doesn't really matter if you go under both loops on the other side, because you will go along the other side and do the same thing. So you have to go into the loops anyway, so make a hole. And after your last set of clusters, 3 double crochets, chain one, you want to be mindful that on this side we did 3. So on this side so far we only have 2. So now we're going to make this our third double crochet cluster to round this off into a rectangle. So you're going to place 3 double crochets, chain 2. Then you're going to slip stitch into that third double crochet. This is why I make 3 here instead of 2, so it won't be so tight together and it won't be so close down to the bottom with just a chain 2. So I go here. Me personally, I don't cut off and tie off. I slip stitch over to the next open corner. So I slip stitch under the first, well, where we joined, under the first double crochet here and under the second double crochet here. And then into this third one, if you're changing colors, you will want to follow this next part. If not, you will want to make a slip stitch, chain up 3, and continue this pattern. But I'm going to be changing colors. So in this instance, I'll show you what to do in just a moment. But here is where we are so far. Should look fairly even. I know this is a big hole, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Okay, so from here, I'm going to slip stitch into the open space. But instead of using I take my yarn, I place it around my hook. So I just do this and I wrap it once and I hold down the tail, and I also hold down the yarn I was previously working with. I pull through. As you can see, you see the back 2 tails, they're back here. So it makes a loop, and then I finish that slip stitch in the new color. Once I do that, I chain 1, and then I pull my previous color. That's it. I pull it to make sure it's tight, and then I'm going to crochet over both of these together. So since I already did a chain 1, I will chain up 2 more times and finish out my cluster. So I will do, this is a corner, this is a corner, corner, and corner. So it's just like a square, but it's just a rectangle. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets because I chained up my 3, which counts as my first one. Here, I'm going to chain 2 because this is a corner. Then I'm going to go into the same space with 3 more double crochets. From here, I'm going to chain 1, let go of my tails, go into the next open chain space where that chain 1 is, and do another cluster. So over every chain 1 space, you will do a cluster, regular normal granny stitch. Chain 1 to the next space with 3 double crochets, chain 1, move on, 3 double crochets in the next open space, chain 1. I'm going to repeat this all the way to the other corner. One more time. Chain 1. So I forgot to mention this. I might mention it in the like put it on the screen, but what I ended with was 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 double crochet clusters. That's what I ended up having in the first row, and it depends on if you did 21 chains or any other multiple of 3. Yours may be different. So from here, I'm going to do the exact same thing. In this space right here is going to be a corner, and so you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Every single corner will always have that. Chain 1 at the end of or after your second one. 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Okay, and this is another corner, so we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. All right, chain 1, and then continue the pattern all the way to the end. So place a cluster in every chain 1 space, and don't forget your chain 1 in between those. So this is what the side looks like. Okay, I'll meet you back when I'm at my last corner. All right, so now we are back at my last corner. So I just did my last cluster, and I'm gonna do my last corner. So it's 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. All right, chain my 1. Don't ever forget your chain 1, even in the last space or in the last corner. Then I'm going to slip stitch. So I go into the top of the chain 3. Preferably I go under 2 loops. You can do this according to however you feel. For me, I go into 2 loops, and then I go under the first double crochet. Sometimes it's tight, sometimes it's pretty easy to work into. There's my second, and here's my third. So personally, if you were changing colors, I would go ahead and do what I did in the last row. Me, I'm going to keep this same color and continue to crochet until I change into my white color again. But this is what it's looking like so far. So as you see, it has a rectangle shape, 2 longer sides, 2 shorter sides. And this is pretty much the pattern. It's going to repeat the same thing over and over and over again until you make it as large as you may want it. So from here, I slip stitch into that chain 1 space or chain 2 space. I chain 3, place 2 more double crochets, chain 2, place 3 double crochets, all in the same space. Chain 1, and there's your first corner. Now you're going to continue making your 3 double crochets, chain 1 into every chain 1 space until you reach your next corner. I'll meet you when we're back, or when we're at the next corner. All right, we are back and I'm at my next corner. So I'm going to do the same thing, make my cluster, chain 2, 3 more double crochets in the same space, chain 1. Every round we will increase the number of spaces that's in between our corners. So as you see here, it was just corner. Now we have 1. The next round we'll have 2, 3, and so forth. So here it's just 3 double crochets. It's a normal granny square stitch pattern or granny pattern. Chain 1 and then do your next corner space. Don't forget the chain 2s in the corner. It'll make your piece come out just a little bit better, but if you don't, it's not that big of a deal. You can still get away with a chain 1, but you just don't want to keep repeating it because it may make your piece not come out flush. I don't know. But I have forgot chain 2s before. Okay, so here we go for the next corner space. And now continue the pattern all the way down, and I'll meet you back at our last corner space. Okay, we're back at our last corner space, or at my last, I should say. Make that last corner. Don't drop your stitches. All right, chain 1. So don't forget, just like on this side, we had that extra 1. So before you get to your next corner space, you will have that set of 3 double crochets right in between the corners. Chain 1 and slip stitch. So as you see from my pattern, I went around in the same color a couple of times. So if you're switching colors from here, go ahead and switch your colors. If you were keeping the same color, just continue the pattern. And you want to continue the same pattern over and over and over again until you reach the length that you want. As you see, here we are. It builds up quite fast, so it's not a long pattern at all. It's kind of a good pattern. You can get it done in a day or so. But as you see here, when you start, or when you get through your next row, you're gonna have 2. As I said, you had none, you have 1, 2, and then next one you're gonna have 3, and it goes out and out and out and gets bigger and bigger. And yeah, so it's very simple. Just continue to do the same thing over and over again. There's nothing new added. It's a very one simple repeat, same thing as a granny square. And yeah, so once you get to the length that you need, we'll continue in the next part of this video.